let's look at how to write a method. So the purpose of a method is so you can have a segment of code you can call as many times as needed instead of writing the code multiple times. So you write it once, and then you can call it as many times as you need it, which is a lot more efficient. Static method means there's only one, and it's owned by the class. There are non-static methods, but we'll look at those in the future. So to create a method, you must have the following. So public, static, return type, the method name, and then the parameters. Now, the return type could be like an int, a string, a double, a char, an array. It can be multiple different things. It can even be nothing, which is void. The parameters can be multiple different things, multiple ints, multiple chars, a mix of them, strings, arrays, and so forth. So you can have lots of different things. Now, methods can be private or protected, but those we'll look at in the future. So again, methods can only have one. Can only return one thing or nothing, and if it's nothing, it's void. And methods can have as many parameters as desired. All right, so we create an array A here, and we send it to this method sum. Now, this sum returns an int, so we can set it equal to something, like an int here. All right, so let's see what this method's doing. So first we have a comment in the Java.doc format for a method. So you have the name of the method, what it does. Here tells you it'll return the sum of all the index values in the array. Then you have to indicate all the parameters. So parameter array, it's an integer array. And then you state what it returns. And if it was void, you wouldn't have this statement because it doesn't return anything. But this one does. Returns an int, and you state what that value is, and it's the sum of all the index values in the array. So public static, it's returning an int, it's called sum, and this is the parameter, which is an integer array. Now notice that can be a different name than this one, and that's perfectly fine. So create an integer, we do a for loop going from traversing the whole value of the array, increasing s by that value, and then we return it. All right, so let's run this and see if this is giving us what we think it is. There we go, we got 13. So that is the sum of all the values, 3, 5, -2, 6, 1. And so that is the idea and how we can send an integer array to a method. And that is the end of this lesson.